Yeah, you can set the camera up right there in the shade of that.
That close to the bees?
Oh yeah, right here it's fine. I'll set up right here in the shade. That way you can get the entrance to the hives. I'm going to open them up, so.
Open up what? The doors?
Yeah, the top. I'm going to take the top off.
What happens? Will they go back in or no?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
They'll get a little agitated, but they'll be fine. Because I want to see what's going on in there anyway, so it's a good opportunity to show you. Oh. No. This is what the inside looks like. These are called frames. Oh, you're going to video this?
You should video all of it.
Really?
It's like you're doing it already.
Let's see the frame. First of all, let me get your full name.
Larry?
No, I'm just kidding. Those are frames.
You can see the little hexagons that are embedded in embossed in the plastic, and the bees will build a wax cell out about a ½ inch, and then the queen lays eggs in those, and when she's done laying the eggs, the bees cap it, and then it emerges as a bee after about 3 weeks. And some of the cells, the bees pack pollen and honey in, then they cap those, and I'll pull one out of the hive and you can see the difference. They're different color. But there's 10 of these in each frame, in each box, and right now I have 4 boxes on there. So there's 40 frames this size inside there.
I think if you look close, I'm going to try to zoom in here, you can see the bees, and for lack of a better term, they are buzzing around. Interesting, interesting. Okay, we're going to pause it.
Yeah. And they come up, they come out here. I didn't plant this. I like this with the over the well. I think that's cool.
It was pretty. It started out to be a barbecue pit.
Okay.
And then the gas grills came along. You don't charcoal anymore.
The way this is going to blow. So.
We're going to smoke them out?
Yes. No, the smoke calms them.
Okay.
What happens is they think it's a forest fire, so they all go back down inside and start collecting honey. So they're busy doing that to survive. And so...
So how long have you been doing this, Larry?
This is my 3rd year.
And you've had your
Still
share of
learning all
ups
the
and
time.
downs, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, lost hives, dead bees.
Do the bees keep the birds away?
No, they just sort of interact.
So you're at one with the birds and the bees.
Birds and the bees, that's right.
And butterflies, they seem to come around?
Butterflies, yep. Yep, it's a little early yet for them, but there are some of them around.
Well, as you can see, it's smoking pretty good now.
Sorry it's blowing in your face.
Is it a large investment to take on a hobby like this?
I guess it might be $200 or $300.
That's
I
large.
built all the hives myself, so that saved some money.
And you have to buy the little
Buy the
inserts?
frames. Yeah, some people
Frames.
make them, but I thought it was a lot easier to buy them.
tree.
Okay.
All right.
As long as we can keep this going. All right, let's see what happens.
How often do you get stung?
I have not this year yet. So far.
Knock on wood.
Yeah, right.
No, it's July.
It is July. Now he's digging at a frame, which I'm assuming is going to be pulled out of there. Yes, it is.
That's funny.
Now there you can see the bees are starting to build comb on there. This frame here is completely empty. I mean, they're starting to build frame or comb on it, but they haven't put anything in it yet.
Now, are these bees that go out forage or these?
Yeah.
So, how many types of bees have distinct jobs?
There's nurse bees, there's foragers, there's undertakers that clean out the dead bees. There's probably 6 or 7 different jobs. And what they'll do is they'll start in the middle and then work their way out.
And then with your...
See, these just have a little bit on it.
Okay.
They
I
won't
see.
start packing anything in there until they're completely filled on both sides. And this is the new hive this year. This is the one that I lost the queen on. So this one is probably not. Actually,
How do they get in there? Oh, through the bottom?
yeah, there's a little opening in the front here.
I got it, okay. And then they just kind of work their way up to the top,
Yep.
then work their way back down and get outside and do their job.
Yep.
Inside, outside, whatever they do.
All right. That's as far as we're going with this one. Because they got a lot of work to do yet.
And have you put honey in a jar yet this year?
No, no.
When will that take place?
I'll show you that one then. We should have plenty in the second hive here.
Honeydew this and honeydew that. Work all day in the honeydew patch. The singing is extra. So when you take the lid off, what's the first thing you look for?
Just to make sure that the bees are all down inside. Actually, they'll start to build comb on the bottom of the roof. You got to clean all that off because you only want them to lay eggs or pack honey and stuff in certain spots. I'll show you one that's full now. Wow.
And I would imagine everything's very sticky.
Oh my gosh, and heavy.
Oh yeah.
Now here's a full frame of honey. You can see it's all white, capped over. They've closed every one of these. Every cell in there is closed. So what I'll do is then I'll scrape all this honey off when the time comes. I mean, it's perfectly preserved, so it'll stay all summer in here. The bees packed. I'll show you some open ones here. Holy mackerel!
Holy mackerel.
Holy mackerel!
That must be bee language.
Man, this is beautiful. Did I get too close, or?
No, I think I can get it. I think I got it. It's beautiful. Very
It's all
interesting.
fresh honey. You want to stick your finger in it? You can. Take a taste. Take a taste.
So I'm assuming you're at the pretty close to the point of cleaning it all up and getting honey.
Well, they need probably 40 or 50 pounds of honey to survive the winter. And each of these frames full weighs about 14 pounds. Oh my gosh, this thing is unbelievable. 1, 2, 3. They're still drying that out. When the moisture content gets to be 17%, that's when it's completely cured, and then they cap it. So you can see all the open cells there with liquid honey in them. And then they've started on the other side here.
Amazing. Amazing.
This plastic tray is called a queen excluder. These little slots are big enough that the bees can crawl through, but the queen cannot. So she won't come up above this and lay eggs. Stick your finger underneath this, where that's dripping down.
Yeah.
Taste that.
Pass.
No? You good?
No, yep.
But this is all full of honey, all capped honey.
Very good. You have to say that. I like that.
Do you have any favorite bees? Like, do you name any of them, or?
No. No.
Pretty good stuff.
Completely filled.
And that's from the outside?
Yep, that's the very end one.
So now they're going to be working their way down 5
Actually, they
layers?
need to work their way up. I have another empty body here that I'm going to put on. I didn't realize this was this full. And it's been a couple of weeks since I've been in here, but every one of these is completely full.
Now we're putting everything back together again. Larry says it's time to go buy jars because he's got a bunch of honey to scrape off of there. Do you render it down then?
Nope. The way I scrape it off of there with a spatula into a jar is exactly how it came out of the hive. That's it. Want to see anything else?
That's a wrap.
Huh? That's a wrap.
Larry the beekeeper.